Hey guys, so for Adventure 5 Quest B, I will be going over Chapter 13, Question 2. This question is all about view factors. So we have a spherical particle, which is this piece here, and it's suspended inside a cylindrical tube. This tube has a cap on either end, which is denoted by A4 and A3. And we have different specs for the length of the tube, the radius of the ball, the radius of the cylinder itself, as well as the position of how far along inside of this tube this spherical particle is. Now, it's asking us to find the view factor from the sphere itself to the sphere, the side walls of the cylinder, and each end cap for different distances within the tube. So one is halfway between the end caps, the two end caps, and one is very close to A3. Um, for this problem, in order to find these four uh, view factors, start with F11, where regardless of the position of the uh, sphere inside of the tube, it's going to be 0 since the sphere itself cannot see itself. Now, for F13, we're given this equation where R3 here is defined by the radius of the cylinder divided by how far along in the cylinder it is. So we have to solve this equation twice, F13S1 and F13S2, depending on if it's where it is inside of the tube. Now, I'll take a look at the values of these here, where S1, it is very close to this end cap here, and S2 is halfway in between. So we would expect F13 to be larger when it is closer to this surface than if it was halfway between the two. Now for F13S1, we're going to use the same equation, but instead of using the distance from A3 to the ball as S, we're going to use A4 to the ball. So L minus S for S1. Using this equation, we get that F14S1 is equal to this value, which is very, very small, and in fact is smaller than if it's halfway through the tube, which is what we would expect. Now, because for S2, we are halfway through the tube, we're able to just say that it would be the same value that we got for F13. It's going to be the same. Now, in order to solve for the last value, for the view factor of the sphere to the cylinder, we're just going to set all of the view factors equal to 1 and solve for the additional one. So we'll do that for both S1 and S2. Now, my solution summary, I put this into a table so that it's a little bit easier to see. For S1, F11 is 0, F12 is 0.6588, F13 is 0.341, and F14 is 0.0002. Now for S2, F11 is 0, F12 is 0.998, F13 is 0.0009, and F14 is the same, 0.0009. And that's my solution for Chapter 13, Question 2.